Today's job is to get the meadows organised to go back into the cottage kitchen, and what needs to happen is we need to, I'll just show you, this is where the meadows is going, well, where it's been for the last probably 60 years, but we need to get into there to get it ready for the meadows to go back in. Originally it was on a concrete pad, but we're going to empty all of that out, and because there's lots of rubble from where it was before, if you can see all the stones in there, I have to get in there and get all that out, and we are going to put the meadows on its own stumps so that it can so that it's not part of the house and it doesn't do anything to the integrity of the stumps for the actual house. So my job today will be to actually get all that rubble out, and then I am going to be painting the top with potbelly black, and then I'm going to I first have got to get all the rust off it, but I will take you down to the shed and show you exactly what needs to be done on the meadows. So I've cleaned out most of it. There's still one great big huge boulder down in there, and I cannot lift that, but most of the rubble's been cleaned out, and I'm ready for that to be lifted by the guys, and then they can get the rest of that all sorted for me. So I'll just show you the stumps that they're going to use. They're outside. So the intention is to use these, and so they're going to cut them off, concrete them in, and the meadows will sit on those. This is my old meadows. It turned out that the old meadows that actually came out of here wasn't usable. It was too unsafe. They had the actual sides, if I took the top off I could show you, but the actual sides here had come apart, and you can see there's a big gap there. That would just make it unsafe. Flames could come out of that. So we decided that we would try to get another one, which we did, and oh my God, it is exactly the same. I'm about to paint the bottom of the meadows. You've just watched me clean it and scrape it and get it all taped off. I think it's enamel, so I don't know if my paint is going to work. I'm using this Squirts paint and prime. It says it bonds to wood, metal, plastic and more, so I'm hoping it'll work. I'm thinking I might just try a little bit on the side first and see how it goes, and because it says it takes about an hour to dry, so touch dry in 10 minutes, recoat after an hour. At least if I do that, then I can have a look and see if it's going to peel off. And if it does, and I'll just do a bit on the side. I'll just show you what I'm looking at. See down here, I'll just do a bit on the side here. Because it has got some paint on it, and that's just peeling off, which I don't want that to happen. So I'm thinking what I'll do is try it. If it does peel off, then I might have to just sand this a little bit, which I really don't want to do. But anyway, I'll give it a go. I might just have to clean this up a little bit more. There's still lots of stuff on there, so I will do that. So I'll just try to scrape it. Oh yeah, see that's scraping off. I'm pretty sure it's either glue or paint, actually. I'm not sure if it's paint, it might be glue. But you don't really see the sides once it goes into the space. That's why it'd be good to practice on this. I'm not going to mess anything up then. Still thinking I should sand it. But anyway, I'll give it a go. I don't think it's, yeah, I'm going to have to get all that off before I paint it, otherwise it's not going to look good. And I know I keep saying it's behind, but I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to these things, so I don't want to have it, I don't want it to look shit. I don't want it to look terrible. I want it to look good. Okay, so a bit of a change of plan. I didn't just spray it on. I've actually ended up using a little bit of sandpaper because I couldn't get the glue or whatever it was. And it's come up pretty good. I'll just show you how well it's come up. It's oops, wrong way. It actually looks really nice. So I've just sanded it, and I've done used a little bit of metho to clean it up a bit, but I still am going to do a test spray, so I'm going to get ready for that. Just going to spray this side, so I'll get my paint ready and I'll just do that, and if it looks good, I'll continue on with it and do the whole lot. I've got to shake the can, and I'm sure you don't want it for 1 minute, so I'm sure you don't want to hear me do that. So I'll be back. Okay, so I tried a little bit. I ended up sanding it, and I've tried a little bit on the bottom of the meadows here. I think it looks okay, but the only thing I'm worried about is if it gets hot. I didn't consider if the heat might melt the paint, and I really honestly don't know how hot this part of the meadows gets. I know that between the outer wall or the outer skin and the actual oven box, there's like a glass kind of insulation. But yeah, like I said, I don't know how hot this will get. I can't remember. I've never touched it while the meadows has been on. But I've gone this far, and I think I'm going to continue and paint it with the squirts. If it doesn't work, then I'll just have to sand it off and do it with some Potbelly Black. But I like this because it's got a gloss, where the Potbelly Black doesn't have a gloss. So anyway, I've decided to continue. It's really hot outside today. I've decided to continue doing it this way. But I quite like the way that it looks anyway. I think it looks really good on there. Not sure if you can see it, but I think it looks good. So I'm going to just continue on with it. I'm worried that it's a bit runny there and now there. Hopefully that will dry. Okay, I just learned a good lesson. Don't go too close. Anyway, I'm going to continue on doing it because it really does look great. I definitely think it's better to do more lighter coats than heavier. So I'm going to let that dry. It takes about an hour, and then I'll do another coat. So in the meantime, I'm going to continue and clean up all the rusted areas. I'll just see if I can flip the camera what I'm talking about. So the back is pretty rusty, and the instructions say I brushed it all, it's been cleaned, but I need to put some mineral turpentines on that to clean it up, and the same as the top, that needs some mineral turpentine before we go ahead and use the Potbelly Black on that. I also have the other there they are, the bits that go on the top, the hot plate, and those to do, so I'll get them ready now. Okay, so I did the paint and it looks really good. It's been drying for about an hour, and I'm going to do a second coat in a minute. But I have got the top ready to put the Potbelly Black on, and I've got all of the inserts for the hot plates ready to go as well. So I'm hoping to, and I've cleaned them all up with turpentine, which is what the instructions on the Potbelly spray can said. This is the And this is the potbelly black that I'm going to use. So pretty excited about that. And what I have done is, this is for the flue. I'll just pick this up and show you. This is for the flue. This bit of, oops, go the other way. This slides the flue backwards and forwards. And I think it was chromed, so I've decided not to paint that. I've covered it up. I've got a little thing there standing there so it won't get paint on it. And I'm going to be ready to spray this all with the potbelly black. So I'll start that in a moment. Okay, so I'm ready to start painting the top of the potbelly. And I've cleaned it. It's all ready to go. And yeah, here we go. It needs 16 hours to dry, and then 16 hours to dry. I'm just going to pause while okay, I've shaken that up, and I'm ready to go. So here we are. Amazing already. Definitely, I'm pretty happy with how it's starting to look. So that is it. The big boulder has come out and it's ready to go.